but build that responsibility in a way that best suits the child. For instance, my son really can't push the lawnmower. It's just way too heavy and way too much work for him. But he can help. He likes to cook. He loves to cook. Let him cook. Let him help in the kitchen. He helps to deal with the trash on trash days. He takes care of our dog. It's actually his dog. He takes care of it. His responsibility. And then he knows that he's got to get these chores done before he does the fun stuff. There are other chores as well. But he knows he's developing that skill of being responsible for things in his life so that as he becomes independent, he's going to know, I can't just go have fun and ignore all this other stuff. You have to do things that you have to do to survive. Okay? It's important to have rules. You're going to have rules all your life. Better learn them young. I'd rather I teach the rules to my child than the police show up at my house when he's 19, 20 years old and them explain the rules, because at that point the problems become a whole lot more severe. Help them understand the rules in their life and society, where they understand what they have to do, and there are strictures that they have to follow. Okay? It's really important, because remember, at some point your child's going to become an adult. So, rules to live by. We're almost done here. Take everything one day at a time. One day at a time. It's easy to worry about the future, and you need to some degree. But don't let it overwhelm you. Deal with the here and the now. And the things that happened in the past, learn from them and move on. Because you can't continue to worry about it. It's over and done with. Take those lessons, use them to help you make decisions for the future, and keep moving. But take it one day at a time. Remember, and this was the hard one for me, everything is not a crisis. Does it really have to be done? Is it really that important? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But remember, everything is not a crisis. Think marathon, not sprint. When you're raising a child with special needs, it's not a sprint to get from here and have everything resolved by the day after tomorrow. You have time. As the child grows up, he's going to change. He or she's going to change. They're growing. Their abilities and skills are going to change. So keep that in mind. You don't have to resolve that child's whole life issues in the first couple of weeks or first couple of days or at some particular point in time. It's an ongoing process. It's a marathon. Pace yourself. Okay? So you don't burn out. So you can be there to be the support and can help. Continue to talk. We talked a lot about that. Hugely important. Answer to your conscience. If you're doing the things you believe are right for your child and for yourself and for your family, you can live with yourself. But if you're not making choices based on that, you're going to have a hard time at some point. You're going to have to answer to yourself, did I do the right things? Be involved. I can't say that any clearer. Be involved with your child. Be involved with your family. Hugely important. Be honest. And what I mean here is be honest with yourself when you are evaluating your child's abilities and skills. Not every child is going to grow up to be a rocket scientist or to be an athlete or whatever. It may be that in the long term your child is going to live independently and no issues. It may be that your child's going to live in a group home and no issues. It may be your child's going to have a hard time finding work, or you need to look at specific kinds of jobs. That's what I'm talking about being honest. Okay? Make that evaluation as honest as you can. And it doesn't mean make it one time when they're 6 months old or a year old or 2 years old and never do it again. I know in our family, it's a constant evaluation. How is he doing? Where are things going? And that helps direct those plans that you're trying to lay for him in the future to try and help that child out into the future. But you've got to be honest as you're evaluating. I see a lot of parents who don't want to deal with those issues, so they just go with whatever they want to say, and a lot of times those issues aren't quite accurate. Be honest, and it's hard. That's really hard to do. Take stock of what you've accomplished. If you're raising a child who has special needs, you have undoubtedly had a lot of accomplishments getting services, getting the child what the child needs to function, helping the child grow, helping the child learn. Those are accomplishments. Take care of them. Understand them. Enjoy them because they're important. And you should recognize them in yourself. Take time for yourself. We've talked a lot about that. Take time for your family. We talked about that too. Find the good things. Find something good. Don't just focus on the negatives. Find the good things in your life, in your child's life, in your family's life. It's important. And above all, remember to laugh. I'm a big fan of Jimmy Buffett, and he has a line in his song, if we weren't all crazy, we'd all go insane. Remember to laugh because it really does help keep you from going insane. And with that, thank you all.